There are many things in life that unless you attain the balance, you'll never find out about. And I'm going to tell you a few, but that doesn't mean you won't find them. You don't need my words. I'm just setting a goal and let you know that it is there. And if you want it, you can have it. Just by going within yourself and finding yourself and attaining the balance. Now, there are things in our body that once you attain the balance, you're in the second center, you will feel within your body how the spirit actually is the controlling factor. Not your physical. Doesn't make any difference if you could go hit a ball 400 yards. Doesn't make any difference if you can bowl a 300 game. Doesn't make any difference anything that you can do on the physical level. Nothing. What it has to do with finding yourself and getting into the spiritual. Because once all of us, we are all one. I'll promise you that. I know that. I am you, you are me, and together we are one. And that one has certain steps and certain things that happen to it that is really, really, if you want the truth, very, very cool. Okay? We have, and these are things that have been talked about for centuries, eons, as long as man's been thinking about the spirit. And I will share what I find is true. And you will probably find the same similar thing, but what you find is true. Because each of us are an individual. Each of us are a snowflake. Even though we are all one, we are all different, and we all come in different directions. That's a reason a religion has a very, very difficult time being successful. Because you're telling 11 different people or 11 million different people how to do something, and they have to do exactly what you say. That's what religions are all about, and that's not the way it is. If there was a need for a religion, it should be, here's a guideline, here's a map, here's what you can do to help yourself find what you're looking for. Here's what is really, really important in your life. And then naturally, it's up to you to do it. It's up to you to follow it. It's up to you to stay focused and get rid of general ego and not do things because you're jealous or you want somebody else's stuff, or you got to be the toughest guy on the block, or you got to be the most beautiful woman in the world, or whatever general ego tells you to do is not truly important. Because all the physical things are lost. Let's face it, nobody's ever made it out of this life alive yet. It's all lost in the end. The only thing that actually will ever stay with you forever and ever is when you find your spirit, you find your third center, and you become one with all of us. And everybody realizes that. Now there's places that really, really help for different reasons. I don't know, they've been called many, many things. I'll tell you what I found. There's 7 different spots in the body. Actually a few more, but 7 main spots within the body or within the aura of your body, not necessarily the physical that you see. It's in the spiritual. It's in that part of you. There's different colors associated with it. They do different things for you, but you only find them once you look for them. We've got, shall we call it, a center on the top of your head. It's where your aura comes together and where you get your strength. This means oneness. Once you've found that, you understand that we are all one. That there is no need for general ego because we all have the same goal. And then there's the center, I think it's called the third eye sometimes, and that's your connection to the oneness. That is the step you need to go to the oneness. After that, there's a center that's right here. It's your throat center. This is your healing. This is where you can get and build up energy to share with others, to heal, to show love, to do all the things that the Spirit is supposed to do. Meanwhile, you have to be calm when you get these. You have to be calm when you use these. And we'll get into them individually at a later date. I'm just telling you where they're at. Okay? And then you have the chest, or where you find your love. Okay? It's the balance that you find in the heart center. It's the balance that you find to get to the higher levels. Now, once you get to this level, actually, you're well on your way. And anything I say is unnecessary because you already know it, okay? But from here down, we start getting into the physical or ego centers. We still have to work our way through them. There's the sex center. It's anywhere in this area. This gives us energy. If we need that physical energy, we get it from our seventh center. Then there's the orange center. It's low navel. Okay? That's also physical. That's where our astral body resides. Now, whether you believe in an astral body or not, that's fine. You don't have to. You'll find out yourself one way or another. And if you find that I'm right, great, groovy, as we used to say. But if you don't, that's fine too. Okay? And then we go into the stomach area, and that's all of our mental energy. Believe it or not, our stomach is giving us our mental energy. And, but it's a physical thing. Now, the mental energy is computer energy. Your brain is a computer. It's not the spiritual mentality, it's not the spiritual understanding. It's all the physical understanding. But nonetheless, it's very, very, very important. And then there is a heart center that is a spirit heart center. You will hook up from that. First, you start in your lower centers, you build yourself up, you get to the center that shows balance and love, and then you go into your spiritual heart center. From the spiritual heart center, you then go to your throat, you go to your third eye, and you go to your oneness. How do you do that? You've got to get into it. You've got to spend time with yourself. You've got to get within yourself. You've got to know yourself. And it is the most exciting journey you'll ever take. You have to want to. Just my talking about it isn't going to help. You actually have to write a journal. You actually have to do these things, and you will. Because the more you get into it, you find these are things you can do. These are things you can accomplish. These are feelings that you've never had before. This is knowledge you've never had before. And it is really, really awesome. Start slow. Spend 5 minutes a day with yourself. Spend 10 minutes the next week with yourself. Spend until you build up a tolerance for not letting the ego run all over the place, because that's what the ego wants to do. It wants to go bowling, wants to go to the bar, wants to shoot pool, wants whatever, okay? Find a new significant other. But that isn't the point. You'll find all these. You'll get all these. You'll be able to do all these. But first you have to take the first step of the journey and write your journal, which is a Bible for you, about you, for you.